Buenas dan saludo todos hamzu na huzong no magufzo na humita gwini. Hello everyone and welcome to our first little bit here. We call this series the Eyak series, where we're going to learn the CHamoru language in a very basic way. We're not really gonna get bogged down on too much of the grammatic terms and linguistic rules, right? Okay, Eyak is a way that I've been thinking of teaching the language in, and I just wanted to create something that wasn't gonna be clunky and flowery and more useful and common sense. Oh. Pwede mon zan mizu? Mala zata no Eyak nata. Mala nada zata hasa zaihun I sison tinifinota ni mafananan buet pat vowel sia. Let's consider the sounds of our language, the voice of our language, if you will. And we have about 6 vowels, right? We have about 6 vowels in our language that I call e-open. So if you see e-open now and in the coming videos, then I'm talking about vowels because I believe that they're the voice of our language. Muna o-open. Open means basically a sound, that can be heard. So it's what makes our language hearable. Can you imagine if it was only consonants? We had no vowels. Be a lot of hot air. So, yeah, let's go through them. We have 5 or 6. I mean, quite size na e-open. Ja size a, e, I, o, u. So those are the 6 vowels. A, e, I, o, u. Right? And these vowels, the way that they are pronounced, can be found in certain English words. Okay? And we'll soon find out how. So if we ever wonder how to pronounce words, we can look to these English words as sort of like a guide how to pronounce these vowels if ever we're stuck in a rut or something like that. Okay, so let's continue. A sinyon hungog gi Pino English, right? It can be heard in the English language when you say words like audio or awful or gnaw or daughter, right? That's where you can hear the ah sound. The ah sound is very prevalent, right? You can hear it in words like map, at, fast, and apple. That's where you can find the ah sounds the ah sounds rather, the ah sounds in the English language. So pay attention to the ah. The eh can be heard in the English language, right? The eh vowel in Chamorro. You can hear it in words in English such as egg or enter, center, and rent. That's the eh. The e can be heard in words like Egypt, right? Eject, renew, and see. If you notice the E, right, in Chamorro, it's actually spelled with the letter I, right? It's obvious. But these words are what kind of like produces the same sound. Okay. The O, kulantegwi tauto no Minnesota, right? Like the people from Minnesota, that accent, if you will, is similar. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, right? Because ours is a little bit harder in the Chamorro language is O, right? But an example, right? It's like boat, coat, phone, and wrote, right? So that's where you can hear the O sound. It just sounds a little bit more, I would say, hard in our language. O, rather than O or any other soft sounding O. This one's O. So that's for the way we pronounce O. Okay, let's move on. Now we're at the U. And U you can see in like words such as Uber or loofah, right? Or ruin or soon. Those are the English words that I like when I'm trying to teach people how to pronounce the U. Here's something interesting, right? Jangan tigwita za igef agang, right? When the O and the E are unstressed in a syllable, right? Jangan tigwita za igef agang gihafong kekesangan. No kulan manyunyuli gi U jani E. So when the O and the E are not the loudest sounds in the word, then they kind of sound a little like U and E. Right? So we have examples, right? For U, we have words like tanu, which is spelled with an O, but it sounds like U, tanu, right? We have finu, right? Finu, spelled with an O, but it sounds like a U, finu. And then for E, right, you have words like salapi, li'i, right? In our language, we don't say salape or li'e. We say salapi or li'i, right? And there's two other examples there on the screen. Have a crack at it. Try and pronounce them yourselves. And this is basically how we're gonna learn in our Eyak Nåya series. We're gonna find commonalities across languages and see if we can learn the Chamorro language in a more common sense fashion. No? Pues esta, no dangkulo na si Zeus Masi na matuamzo man Eyak Gwini. No, thank you guys so much for coming here and learning on the Eyak Nåya series. If you like this content, you like what you hear, you like what you see, then please, no naayam no corazon, zemi, honyo, tigis, tigis, smash that like button, right? Don't forget to comment and subscribe for more content like this. Adios.